Hey guys! So since I started studying art in January of last year, I have accumulated 1,000,001 sketchbooks. So I thought I would do a tour, and this is my first sketchbook. My classes hadn't started yet, so this was kind of my marker to see where am I beginning without instruction. Our very first assignment for Human Figure was to recreate a sketch by a famous artist, and so I picked Degas, and I'm really proud of how this turned out. Woo cha, hands are a pain in my backside, but you can't get better if you don't try and you don't practice, so one night before bed I just sat down and I drew my hand a couple times. Another way to improve is to copy the masters. So I checked out a book on Leonardo da Vinci and I just copied a couple of his sketches. And I'm really proud of myself because I think the man turned out phenomenally. Between the two, the zombie hula girl is my favorite. I like the contortion and the twist of her body and her shading. So my next homework assignment for Human Figure was an albinist study. And so we had two pictures. One was a man in muscle, almost like his flesh had been removed, and the other one was just a skeletal pose. And so we had to halfen them and decide, which one did we want to draw and how did we want to align it, and draw half muscle, half skeleton. And I thought it was really cool. It was my first time working in ink, and I'd never heard of albinists, and so it really introduced me to a new artist, a new way to draw, and I love how I grew and how I stretched on this one. These next two, I was just playing around with Prismacolor markers. So the first one's just some flowers, and then I thought, why not do a female Joker? So here I'm still trying to work out gesture and human figure drawing, so it's just some practices. So here I'm just playing around with some Prismacolor markers, and I'm illustrating the concept of an evil cupcake because I'm obsessed with evil cupcakes. It's my blog name, and I strongly believe that cupcakes are the most delicious things the devil has ever created, or at least that's what my thighs tell me. So
This is a Ryan Little production.
this is another one of my favorites. I was playing around with Prismacolor markers, and the top is based on Bruno Mars's Uptown Funk. So it says, I'm so hot, make a dragon want to retire. And then you've got the little dragon saying I quit. That is so cute. And then the bottom is my childhood Medusa. And so I was just trying to use a picture to tell a story. And I think I succeeded. And I think it's really cute too. So I was still playing around with Prismacolor markers, and I wanted to create a character that had a little chutzpah to her. So this is what sprang out of my pencil, and I love her. I think she's absolutely adorable with her little cigarette. These are some graphite studies that I did on fabric and drapery and folds. Some thumbnails for a cartoon. In Human Figure, we drew a lot of skeletons, and so I was just practicing the cranium. This is a preliminary sketch for a portfolio piece. So this is my self-portrait. Sometimes I ask myself some pretty deep questions, like, how did stormtroopers make money after the collapse of the Death Star? I was working out some gesture and flow for another picture. So I'm still trying to work out the anatomy of the hand and kind of the layout and just practicing, making some observations basically. So here I'm just doing some practices of Jean-Auguste Dominique Ingres. Not my favorite, didn't turn out as well as I would like, but it was still fun to redraw him. I was having some problems drawing a male model in Human Figure, so I literally tried to block him out in my sketchbook and see, what did the pose look like. The rest of these are just thumbnails and sketches, so nothing too interesting. Here I went to the local museum and just sat around for a couple hours and drew as much art as I could. The rest are just a bunch of notes and thumbnails. Thanks for watching.